I encourage someone out there, if you haven't been on good terms with somebody, or if you're holding a grudge or whatever have you, let it go. It's doing more worse for you than good. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Ignite the World podcast. This is episode number 36, Making Moments Count. I am your host, Jamie Dottie Garza. Thank you for tuning in. And today's a very special podcast because when you guys are listening, when you guys are tuning in, I'm going to be off on a cruise to the Bahamas and Grand Turk. That's right. So this podcast is getting recorded right now before we take our flight to Miami in just a few hours. And basically, in this podcast, I want to talk about making moments count because that's exactly what me and my family is doing today and this weekend. Also making moments count. I want to elaborate on the fact that capturing the moment. This is a PSA out there. Capture, record your loved ones using video. We all have the power to do so in our pocket. I had this epiphany the other day. I made a Facebook post about it. Got a lot of engagement, and it's so true. I was going through my camera roll, and I was reliving moments from this year, last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and I was just so blessed because it was so candid. It was all on a cell phone. No longer are the ways of just recording something where you have to go get the VHS cassette recorder and the tape deck and the VHS tape and record and pose it and then play it. We can all do it with our phone. Just whip that thing out, hit record. A lot of the phones out there, they film just like this professional camera I'm filming on now. 4K, looking good, lighting good. iPhone camera is superior. Matter of fact, I'm still using the iPhone 10. I still have not upgraded. I don't care to, but I eventually will. There's no excuse. Capturing those loved ones. I like to look at things like home movies. I was never able to afford one of those camcorders growing up, but that was always one of my big dreams. Like, oh man, it was that in Macaulay, the Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin Talk Boy. Always wanted those, but always want to be able to get a camcorder and just record home movies. And essentially, I've been doing that with my life for the past 20 years or so going on. And it's beautiful because on this channel, on the YouTube channel, I'm going to start sharing those experiences and moments with y'all and give it some commentary so you guys can see how much God has lifted me up. But that's besides the point. Making moments that count. Definitely doing that today, this weekend. It's currently happening right now when you guys are listening to this. This is big, though. I was telling my kids to make these moments count. We haven't been on vacation since, maybe 2020, before COVID. Around there, we had a family trip to Florida. So now my kids are a lot older. I got one going on 7, one going on 14, and my baby girl who's about to be 1 on the 24th of this month. And it's way bigger than that because, most importantly, I'm making moments count with my own father. And we're rebuilding our relationship. Hasn't always been the best, but you can't look at life in the rearview mirror all the time because it's so small. You got to look at the bigger picture right in front of you. And it's great because we're reconnecting now. We are building a better relationship now. And most importantly, he gets to see his grandchildren and share moments and make moments with them that he'll be able to cherish. My stepmom, 2T. She's going to be there too. And those are two people in my life who I remember a point when I was in my teenage years going in my 20s, I would always go visit them in San Diego for a week. And once I started getting older and life happens, and me and my father, we didn't always see eye to eye. We took a good 4 years just not talking to each other. I'm just so blessed that everything came now. And we're able to make some moments together, meaningful moments, and make it count because that's what it's all about. That's the point of this podcast, everybody. The point of this podcast is just serve as a reminder like, hey, be consistent because I was thinking about not recording this, but God convicted me like, man, go ahead, keep the streak alive. Episode 36. Number 2, no excuses. Number 3, capture your loved ones on video more often. We all have the power to do so in our pocket. It's no excuse. You don't have to post it. You don't got to cap on the internet. You don't got to do none of that. But record it. Be candid. Like those home movies. And number 4, the reason is to make moments count and to always look through the front mirror instead of the rear view, because the rear view is the past and it's a lot smaller. I encourage someone out there, if you haven't been on good terms with somebody, or if you're holding a grudge or whatever have you, let it go. It's doing more worse for you than good. When you let it go and let God handle it, you just feel this woof, just energy, and it's the way. Life's too short. We know that. So we got to maximize every moment. That's all I got for you guys. I had to get on here. About to go on vacay. Next time I come back, I'm gonna have the tan. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be wild though. Going on a trip on a cruise with a 13-year-old, a 6-year-old, and about to be 1-year-old. Shout out to my wife, because she did that, all the packing. Have to order the certain stuff. It's like levels to this. Shout out to TikTok. We got a lot of game on how to cruise through there. Should be fun. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But most importantly is the moments and memories, crafting from it, making the moment count. You guys stay blessed by the best. And remember, we are all like sticks of dynamite. The power is on the inside, but nothing happens until the fuse gets lit. Ignite the world.